kind of what we've talked about at the table earlier tonight. Mariella Funk with Operation Food Search. First, how do we think about what we should be eating and what our kids should be eating? You have a diagram here that looks nothing like what I was taught in terms of how to know what to eat.
Yes. So this has changed recently, actually. It used to be a pyramid, as you and I remember from when we were kids. Right. And it was several different renditions of the pyramid. Yep. And so it's totally changed recently. And so now it's my plate. And obviously we don't eat off of pyramids, so it was kind of hard to understand. We do eat off of plates, so this is a little bit more accessible to most people, hopefully. So, the plate is key because it really shows the proportions that we should be eating of foods. And you can see that some of the sections, these are the 5 food groups, and some of them are bigger than others. Fruits, vegetables, and grains make up a majority of our diet. Those are those plant-based foods.
And what do you think the typical kid is really getting?
I brought some examples.
I did not. That was not a setup. I did not even see that there. But yeah. So in all seriousness,
snack foods generally.
And does that? And a lot of times, I guess it's one thing to say, oh, well, you should have bought this, but that might not always really be a realistic option. Would you say?
Yeah. And if a kid's leaving school, a middle school kid, and walking home, then they have easy access to this. This is cheap food and it tastes good. So we really. Or
I'm sorry. The gas station may be the closest thing to where they live.
Exactly. So it's convenience food. It's convenience junk food, absolutely. And
or even necessity if their family doesn't have a car and this is where they can walk to and mom's still working and they're home by themselves.
Yeah, so they need to feed themselves and this is easily accessible. So this is an example of what a lot of kids are eating. And I think in your earlier segment mentioned that 30% of what a kid eats in a day is kind of junk foods or these types of foods. So.
Much different though in this diagram here, which would be ideal. And we talked about this with our table there. Is it realistic though? If I am describing the situation I just described to you there, or anything else where a parent is trying to get home after their second job, is it possible to eat healthy affordably?
Yeah, hopefully so. We really encourage people to make small choices, small changes initially, and then those can kind of build. And also, someone had already mentioned it, great points have been made tonight, but things convenience that you can do. Some nights you'll have more time to cook, so take the advantage and make a full meal. And then sometimes you need to reach for things like whole wheat pasta. You can cook that up pretty quickly. It doesn't take long to make pasta. You can make some of these recipes that I'll share with you tonight that can be quick, healthy meals, incorporating fruits and vegetables, whole grains, smaller changes, make it convenient, make it easy.
I guess if it truly is an epidemic, then this is something that is worth the time.
Absolutely.
What Cooking Matters, tell me about that.
Yeah, so Cooking Matters is a program that I work for Operation Food Search, and we partner nationally with an anti-hunger organization, Share Our Strength. And so our program, Cooking Matters, is a 6-week culinary-based hands-on nutrition cooking class. So we go in and we work with kids as young as 8 and adults as old as 98, honestly, across the spectrum. And we just teach people how to get back into the kitchen, empower them to, cook from scratch, use fruits and vegetables, again, trying to make it easy and accessible for people. So basic cooking skills. Some people don't cook. Some people don't know how to use a knife. Some people don't know those healthy cooking methods. So
I'm guessing